take it or leave it, that's her, that's her. And I can't wait another minute, I can't take
Song. Let's just leave it at that. All right, Miley Cyrus left a lot of people shocked and awed after her sexually explicit romp on stage at the VMA Awards. And it looks like she had this planned all along.
When the VMAs first started, Madonna helped put it on the map, and we helped put her on the map.
Yeah.
And then you watch Britney Spears take the torch, and we had a great relationship with her. I know you're a fan of Britney.
They passed the torch by passing the tongue. That's exactly right.
Are you about to show us some tongue?
You'll see.
Okay.
I think we got better. It's in store for you guys. It's going to be even crazier than it is. This is a part of like a movement that I'm about to create, and my fans have been really a part of it.
Look at them right
Go
there.
crazy!
Oh boy. All right, but her dad, Billy Ray, is still proud of his little girl, telling Entertainment Tonight, quote, "I'll always be here for Miley. She's still my little girl, and I'm still her dad, regardless how this circus we call show business plays out." Proud moment. I'm thinking back, remember the Vanity Fair, Annie Leibovitz photo shoot where she was like half naked with her dad? You knew things were getting weird then, Andy.
Yeah, I watched the performance even before the racy performance when she was by herself. It was unwatchable. It was terrible. And I think this is what we call the hoochie card, right? When you can't rely on your talent and your gymnastic or your dance ability,
you better
play
take that
the hoochie
back.
card. I'm not going to take that back. And you know why? Because I danced for 12 years competitively when I was younger. That was actually hard. This is not hard work.
Remember when you marched in the civil rights? She danced.
I danced. But I wanted to...
She was dancing
the problem
it out.
is,
Yeah.
she has nothing else to rely on. She's trying to sell this album. It's been done before. The problem is, girls in America watch this. They want to replicate it. And this is the dance routine version of what liberal feminists have been telling young girls to do in colleges across America. They say, dance, embrace your sexuality, lead with your sex, have sex like a man. See how well it works, girls. Guys don't respect them. And now girls can't find suitable men to date.
They've been telling girls across America to dance like a hooker?
It's called the hookup culture. No, they're told to use their sex, have sex like men, lead with their sexuality. And this is what girls are doing.
Can I point out the obvious thing, though?
Yes.
It's not, somebody has to tell Miley Cyrus, it's not an achievement when people are looking at your 20-year-old body, because at 20, you were supposed to have a great body. It is not an achievement to be hot. So when you're walking around half naked, you aren't reinventing the wheel, you're only drooling on it. And I do agree with you, but you know what her dad said? There should be more love and less hate. He's almost as adolescent as she is because he's calling critics haters. It's not hate to bemoan something that comes off as crass or tragic or gross. It's common sense to speak up. And it's further proof that we have to stop railing against single-parent households and start going after double-parent households because he failed.
Okay, there you go. Bowling.
So yesterday I kind of said I can't believe MTV allowed them to air that and let them do that. They could have shot around it with cameras, kind of like sometimes we shoot around Bob just a little bit. And Rush Limbaugh took me to task. He said, "Bowling, you idiot! Don't you understand that they did that on purpose? They knew it was coming. They put it up there, and they're getting exactly what they wanted. They get all the talk shows talking about it. You have morning shows talking about it all the way through the evening shows talking about it. They're right. They're selling a product. They're selling a brand, and it happens to be sex. You may not agree with it. Then you know what? Change the channel.
You know, what I can say about this is my son, who's 19 years old, he and his friends all taped that thing and watched it all night long. Now, they could have easily have gone to cable and watched pornography, but they watched that. Now, that
it's all relative in the Beckel household.
Ain't much relative there. What I'm saying is that thing was so outrageous.
Right, I got you.
But you know what?
I got you.
You know what? In 5 years...
Can you take that back?
Take what back?
You're just your assault on me like that.
What assault?
It was fun to say.
Okay.
In 5 years, what Miley Cyrus did will be seen as quaint. Because there's a 15-year-old right now who, at 20, will be doing live sex on the MTV Music Awards because simulation is so outdated. I also want to make a point. They call this shock value. It's not shock value because it's shock without any value. There's no truth in whatever she's expressing. It is just mere appearance.
The only thing they could have done is give us a warning. Yeah, hey,
Well, but they weren't
parental
honest about
warning.
that.
Right.
They
The warning
said it was
is it's
okay
called
for
MTV.
14-year-olds
Right.
to watch, and they're not being honest about it because you rehearsed many times to do a performance like this.
Sure.
So they knew what was coming, and they set it up anyway, and
Yeah,
they're
but they
happy to
didn't
reap
deny
the
that it
awards
was
and be
coming, did they?
sensational.
Of course they had
Why
a
did they
plan.
give it- it's
There
okay
were
for
probably
14-year-olds?
rehearsals.
It's sexually explicit.
Those
MTV
bombs
has
are
done this
right
many
out of an X-rated movie. I mean, those moves. I've seen them many times.
And by the way, she's happy about it. She sent out a couple of tweets just real quick here. Smilers, my VMA performance had 306,000 tweets per minute. That's more than the Blackout or Super Bowl. #fact. So she's like, I own this. I'm creating a movement.
She looked
Not
ridiculous.
sure.
She
Good for you,
looked
Molly.
ridiculous.
They had to quarantine that foam finger.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
okay. That's really grossing me out.
Oh, you know what?
Wow.
Never mind.
All right.
Was she that little girl on the show, that Disney show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you figured that out,
Hannah
Bob?
Montana, Bob. We
That
talked about
was?
that yesterday.
She turned into that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
He-
sad.
She was one of the Waltons too, Bob.
She was?
Disney,
Yeah.
Disney and Mickey's covering
Was she on
his
the Mickey
eyes
Mouse
with
Club
his
show?
ears right
She was on
now.
Little House on the
All
Prairie.
right, coming up. Want to know the